When a flipper fails to sell it, we kick them while they're down and offer them pennies on the dollar. Good morning and welcome back to another episode of the weekly deal analysis here in the Corner Barn. I am Chris Thompson, that bearded guy, the creative guy. Today we are going to be analyzing a failed flip. The property looks beautiful and it just hasn't sold. So I think this flipper's in trouble, and let's get into the numbers. Today we are going to be breaking down and analyzing 1302 West Monroe Avenue in Jonesboro, Arkansas 72401. They're asking $161,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,172 square foot. From just these pictures, I'm willing to bet this thing is a flip, but let's look through the rest of the pictures and see what we can find. New siding, roof looks newer, windows look new, concrete looks newer if it's not brand new. And we got your flipper 101 here. So we got our gray LVP, we got our gray walls, we got our black finishes, fixtures, whatever you want to call them, some stainless, and I bet those are shaker cabinets. Yep, there we go, shaker cabinets with black poles, new window, stone tops, stainless appliances. I think I already said that, sorry. Clean, open, airy. I like the black in here, it helps accent everything. Decent backyard. All right, what else can we find? Oh my goodness, 268 days on the market with only 270 views on Zillow. That's basically one a day for a long time. Anything extra in here? So quartz countertop, so yeah, stone. Exterior property is as exquisitely inviting as events in the backyard. Roof was done in 22. New plumbing, new subfloor, new vinyl flooring, cabinets, vanity, toilet, tubs. So they did a lot of work to this place. Let's see what else. So Zillow's not telling us what they think it's worth. Their rent price is $1,268. And let's see if they'll tell us what they bought it for. So they bought this thing a year ago for $60,000. And they've been trying to sell it since November of 24. Goodness. Property taxes are super cheap. I like that. Some really nice property taxes right there. What else we got here? So we got some off-market stuff. This one's for rent for $1,075. Doesn't look like much has sold recently. Plenty of competition. Okay, based on this, I think our ARV or after repair value, because it's already repaired, is going to be about 140. So with a cash offer price, we're going to offer 70% of that. I did the math on it earlier. I can't do math in my head. I had to use a calculator. So our cash offer is going to be $98,000. Now we're going to jump over to the Invest Nest and analyze this thing for a cash deal. I have it pulled up here on the Invest Nest. It definitely looks like a flip, and it's owned by an LLC, current owner, obviously. And based on that, it just kind of solidifies that it is a flip. Don't like the location very well. Zillow actually had pretty good pictures on it, but this corner here, I bet that's a busy road. Owned it for a year, previous. And with the Invest Nest, you get skip tracing included. If you want to try it out, I'll drop a link below, and you get 50% off the first month and your first week for free. Try it out, see if you like it. This is all old stuff here. Yeah, from 2014. It looks like they paid cash for this, which makes it even more enticing as an investor to try to purchase it. So they've been holding on to this thing for a year, and whether they're losing money or just bleeding a little bit, either way, I think they're still losing money. So being on the market for a year, it makes them more susceptible to negotiate on their price and or their terms. All right, let's calculate this thing. Call this 2 West Monroe. And we said our purchase price was going to be 98,000. We're going to pay both sides of the closing costs. Figure that about 4%. Our hard money or DSCR lender, debt service coverage ratio, they're going to charge us 2 points. And we don't need to worry about any improvements because this thing's already brand new. I'd like to only put 20% down and kick the term out to 30 years. 7% is about correct for an investor right now. They're not coming up with a price. Zillow said our rent was what, $12.68. So we're gonna jump to HUD and just see what they say also. Now we're on HUD, and I'll drop the link for this down below as well. HUD saying 1304. We really only have like a $40, $50 gap in there. We're gonna go with that little bit lower number at the 1264. Property taxes. Yep, got that there. I think our insurance is probably going to be a little bit more. I do 125 a month just for calculations, which is 1,500 bucks a year. Our property manager is going to cost us 10%. Our tenant's going to take care of all these utilities. War chest or our repair and maintenance, vacancy, and CapEx fund. I take 15% off the top of everything each month to put it into their each individual accounts. So that way, when something comes up, I'm not pulling from my operating account or my profit account. We are real estate investors. We don't pay full commissions. Ready to see what these numbers pan out? Oh, $261.22 a month positive cash flow. I like to see positive. One cool thing with the Invest Nest is you can adjust these numbers in here pretty easily, and you don't have to go back like 4 or 5 steps. They make it very user friendly in here. So our cap rate is about 12 and a half, ROI almost 24%. They break all of this stuff down, which is super nice. So our total income, which would be our rent minus our war chest, minus our mortgage, gives us our cash flow. Pretty sweet deal. Pretty solid cash deal. Not bad overall. Now we're going to do the fun part, my favorite, and analyze this thing for a creative deal. This is my creative calculator. You can get it off of my website, christhompsonteam.com. It's a free download. I hope you love it. All right, we said our ARV is 140. And with a creative price, we're going to, let's get real creative here. They're asking that 160. Yeah. They're asking 160. So we're going to give them their price, but we're going to get crafty with it. Let's see what they're asking. 160. I think we're going to give them their price, but we're going to get real creative this way. So our purchase price, we're going to say is 160. Our interest rate, we're going to say 0, because when we pitch this, we're going to say, I've already built the interest in. So that way, if I refinance at all, you're still getting your money. And our PITI. For our PITI, we're going to jump over to bank rate to calculate those numbers. Now on bank rate, we said we were gonna offer them $160,000. And I only want to put 5% down. And our interest rate, because we're telling them that we've already built our interest into this sale price, I'm gonna say 0%. Our zip code is 72401. Our property taxes, jump back here. Property taxes are, you know what? We're gonna get crazy and wind up to $40 a month. 40 a month, homeowners, 125, update. Oh, I like this number way better. So our PITI, or principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, comes out to $587 a month. 587. And we said our potential rents were $1,268. Boom, $364 a month positive net cash flow. So gross cash flow is 681, war chest 190, management 126. That leaves a pretty nice chunk of change there. So that breaks all of this down, and we said we are going to put down $8,000. So our cash to the seller is going to be 8,000. The agent clearly is not getting it done, so we're just going to throw $500 at them to see if we can get them just to go away. We're not paying an assignment fee because we're going to be direct to seller or direct to agent on this. Closing cost is that 4% figure, which I already have built into the calculation there. Renovations, I think we're just going to leave that at 0. 2 months of holding is that 2 months of PITI. No arrears, and a good TC is going to cost you about $1,200. So to get your original capital back in less than 4 years, that's a pretty good deal. I like to get it back between 2.5 to 3 years, but keep in mind, rents are going to continue to go up. So you can start slashing this number as time goes on. And that's going to do it for 1302 West Monroe Ave in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Pretty good cash deal, even better creative deal. I'd love to know your thoughts. This is episode 32, and from the bottom of my heart, if you have been watching, I really appreciate you. We'll see you next week.